So I just wanted to do a little video about what I'm sporting on a regular with my tool bags. What kind of bags I got, how I think about them. So these are Occidental leathers. These are add-on hip guards. And this is an add-on belt. I had suspenders on here, but to me, they just weren't comfortable. Even though I would like suspenders, I'll probably just put suspenders to my pants and quit wearing a pants belt is probably what I'll do. This is the second add-on belt that I had. This is an extra large for me. On my original one, this was too short. So the distance, see all the black, and then where it stops at the leather for the buckle, that wasn't long enough. So it kept forcing my bags to the back. So I would have to reach behind. You know, all my tools would scrunch to the back. So since I changed this from a large to an extra large, that gave me more room on the belt. These hip pads kind of help keep me to the side. So now my hip guards are sitting where I want them to sit. It's way more comfortable. I noticed that my bags are easier to lock in and they're not falling off all the time. I'm rocking Speed Square. Right now, these are my favorite squares. I know there's some more expensive companies like Martinez. They make other squares, might be cool. But for me, I bang on my square a lot because we're always doing different trades. So when we're doing siding, my square gets beat up. So these are cheap, but I like all these different scribe marks. They're 1/8 of an inch. And that's real nice. And this right here is 1/2 inch. So I have a 1/2 inch scribe, you know, and then 3/4 and up basically in 1/8 increments. So I really like these squares. It's the newer Swanson Speed Square. I keep that right here. So if you think about the way that these are sitting, this is my right hand pouch, this is my left hand pouch. I'm a right-handed carpenter. Most carpenters are right-handed as far as I know. That being said, in my mind, there's predominantly right-hand tools, predominantly left-hand tools. So my pencil, which I keep right here in this pouch on my right-hand side, and my pen, to me, is a right-handed tool. Razor blade, I'm predominantly using it with my right hand. That's a right-handed tool. Speed Square, tape measure, I'm usually using those in conjunction with a right-handed tool, right? So like some kind of marking device, a pencil, etc. That means it's a left-handed tool for me, right? If I want to be able to pull my square and my pencil out at the same time, two-handed, right? So with my left hand, I'm pulling this, pulling that with my right hand at the same time. Same thing with my tape, I keep it right here. Which tape I keep on me is gonna depend on which trade I'm doing. So when I'm doing siding, I just keep a little 16-footer because I'm not really pulling any measurements over 12 feet for the most part. When I'm framing, I keep a 25 and a 40 on me. The dirt and all that stuff, it gets gunked up and it'll just destroy your 40-footers. But I'll use that for like layout, confirmations, etc., etc. And then my repetitive numbers that I'm digging through the dirt, I'll do a 25-footer. I like to keep these little Cobalt air nozzles on me. Keep it right here in the front. Normally this would have bits on it. This is getting older now and gunk gets in them. And like I can't even get this bit off of here. It just hasn't been working out. And the other thing is, which I must have lost it the last job or two, but normally I have these really long stair nuts that come on a bracket that I can hold them right here. I really like those. So normally I have stair nuts on here, easy to grab. Keep my razor blade. Normally I have a chisel in here. I don't know where that went. And then these snips, I just cycle these into my bags. And I don't do a lot of metal work, so it's really only flashing. So I keep my multi-directional snips in here. And then I like to keep some bull nose dikes, snips. I like to keep those all the time. I use them just a lot in siding for my trim nails. If I hit something and it curls over on me, I just snip the end off and tap it in. It's fine. You see, normally I'll cycle these in and out. And then I keep my nail puller, which is a stiletto. This is a year old. It's barely even beat on. And like I've abused this thing, and it's a year old, and that's the only mash. So if I was using a different brand, you know, Vaughn or something, it would already be mangled, right? So it's the difference between replacing my claw every 90 days to this is a year old and I haven't replaced it. The teeth are still nice and sharp. I can still get in there and dig out whatever nails I need to. Same thing. Stiletto hammer. This thing's like 3 years old. I abuse it. I've replaced the face one time. And I actually like my, because again, we bounce around between trades. I like my waffle really beat so I can actually use it like a finish hammer still. And I just never trade this out to the finished face anymore. And I don't care if this gets crooked. I think they fixed that on the newer TB3 models. It has like a star head back here. Keeps it from twisting as much. I don't care about this nail set though. I don't ever have to use that. It doesn't bother me at all. You can see my claws are not sharp anymore. That's from beating on concrete with it. Handle is fine. It has a little bit of wobble in it, which I actually like. It bothered me for like the first week of use. And then after that, I feel like it reduces the shock as I'm beating on stuff. For me, again, we do so many different trades that every tool that I have pretty much has to cross-classify to another trade, right? And that reduces the amount of tools that I have to carry with me in order to do any job that I need to do at any given time, right? So that's going to be mostly siding, mostly decks, mostly framing, but I do a lot of repair work too, which is going to be like window replacement, dry rot repair, etc., which is going to be all the different stuff in these different tubs, or tubs, sorry, which you can see I got rope. That's if I need to tie up some glass for glass railings, whatever, and then I can just slip my glass rack in here. Safety gear, glasses, masks, right? I have it all. Finish nails, tape. Got bigger tubs set up. That way, if I know I'm going to set a window, I can just grab the tub that has the tape, the caulking, everything in it, shims. But this is my general setup, what I keep on my person. I don't do too much more than that. I keep a couple extra pencils. If you look in the bottom of my bag, I don't carry a ton of nails anymore. I usually have one, and that's so if I need to set a nail to pull a line, to snap a line on a wall or something. And I hardly ever even keep a chalk box on me because I'm usually cutting. So I'm not usually the guy snapping lines on the wall. I'll jump up to help hold a line or something if we need to snap it. But that's Aaron's gig. So what he carries in his tool bags, being the installer, is a little different than what I carry in my tool bags, right? Any other little hand tools, I'll keep them right on my cut table, which would be like a big square and a couple other little things. In the future, I'm probably going to customize this because I feel like this tape holder right here actually is just in my way of getting my stuff out of my bag. So, and these bags, when they came, this was actually the left pouch. This was actually the right pouch, and I reversed them. Because again, I want my stuff for my right hand right in the front where I can grab it. So all these are right in the front, right where I can grab them. Right? So that's where we're at. That's a brief rundown of my personal tools that I keep on me. Why I use them. Again, I use my hammer as a pry tool all the time. So before I got a stiletto hammer, I was breaking wooden handles all the time. So that's the go-to for me now. I actually, this hammer was a gift. And now that I got this as a gift, I would have never went out of my way and spent $260 on a hammer. That being said, after I got this as a gift, I'll never not have a stiletto hammer again. to the point where they should just sponsor me, honestly. Same thing with the claw. I'll never not have a stiletto claw again. That's just what I'm doing. So, and I'll probably never not have Occidental bags. That being said, I want to get some custom made ones is what I want to do. So they fit my tool pouch desires a little bit better, right? Anyways, that's where we're at. That's what we're doing. That's how we rock it. Basic bag setup.